on record. Again, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me. This is Jodie Siemens from Taking Perspective. Hello to everyone in the Busy Professional Women's Group. The Professional Collectives Group. And everyone in Facebook land. How are you that's watching this on my timeline? Follow the link and you'll be able to pop over to the PowerPoint presentation if you would like to. So this is week 5 of Top Tips for Accountability. If you've been watching these, for those of you who may be watching it for the first time, you can catch up on these webinars on my YouTube channel. So weeks 1 to 4 are there, and I will be posting obviously the rest of the weeks there. So in the next day or so, today's will go up on my YouTube channel also. So, all right, week 5, what have we got for you? Here we go. So this week's topics, I'm just reading from my screen. We've got, how do we focus on accountability? What are the advantages of accountability? And how does accountability build trust? All right, so we'll start with the first one. And we've got, how do we focus on accountability? So here we've got workplaces that foster accountability run like well-oiled machines, or at least that's how the saying goes. So people and processes, they work together. People and processes work together in the workplace. And when you have them together, and as you can see from my little picture, when you have them together and working together, you can achieve more predictable and profitable results. And that's not just in a corporate or large situation, it's certainly in a small company situation. I think in a small company situation, it's even more important that everyone is aware of their roles and responsibilities, because you know you don't have a massive team to rely on. So a few things there. We've got positive reinforcing of accountability, commitment to right and effective resources. So what I mean by right resources is that wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you're being supplied with whatever it is that you need, if that be software or you know, if you're in manufacturing and it's a particular machine that's needed, you can't do the job if you don't have the tools. Creating alignment and drive more positive performance. So employees or yourself, they'll be more engaged and aligned with the company's missions and goals. And if you have a leader of your team, they help reinforce the accountability, and it's more effective when it is positive. Accountability needs to be remain positive so that people feel safe. The more positive the accountability, the approach, you'll cultivate more satisfaction, grow more morale, and nurture a healthy workplace. And this can be achieved in 2 ways. So creating alignment. So you're making sure that everyone's on the same page with the goals and missions to achieve the results required. You plan projects, programs, products, whatever it is that you do, and you keep in alignment with measurable goals and expectations. And that's just going back to the SMART goals and making sure that everyone is aware of that. If you're not quite sure what I'm talking about with SMART goals, that is back in one of the other webinars. We've also got drive more positive performance. So that's really about celebrating what's going right in the workplace and in certain, you know, corporate environments. Whether it's a small win or a big win, you need to celebrate it and build from its success. Start being innovative and thinking about challenging yourself in your best ways to build on what is working. So if you're finding that something is working, dissect that and work out why it worked the way it did, why it worked so well. And here you're also celebrating the people in the team itself, what they are doing. Are they going above and beyond? Are they exceeding expectations? And this isn't all about just giving everyone a pat on the back, because obviously in accountability, we also need to address things that do go wrong. But I think if you make more of an effort with addressing what's going right, you'll find that you're having less going wrong in the workplace. Okay, so what have we got here? So here's an accountability picture. So this is just going really, when I saw this, I thought about missions and goals in regards to where you're at, and are you all on the same street? Are you all walking in the same direction? Are you all walking the same walk and talking the same talk? And I think it's very important within a, doesn't matter if you're small business or big business, I think it's really important that you do that. So the next one, we have, what are the advantages of accountability? So there is a few here, and I will read a few off the screen, and then I've got a couple more. So accountability empowers you to be in control of your actions in your personal and business life. You can create your own opportunities rather than passively allowing life to happen around you. Accountability is contagious and empowers others to reach for optimal results. True accountability is fully owning everything that happens in your life. It means you understand that you're responsible for your attitude, actions, reactions, teamwork, communication, and relationships. So accountability is also something that's contagious, and it will reach others, and people will reach, you know, their optimal success when they're feeling, because it creates just that level of momentum and positivity within a group. So it helps, it's certainly contagious. Personal accountability can save time too. People who take their own responsibility and for their own actions, and they speak up, they tend to be ones that are solution finders. So when there's a problem, they're usually the first ones to put their hand up to look for that solution. This not only prevents the situation from getting worse, but it also helps with costs and delays from escalating. So if you're on a big project and you've got people on it that are working autonomously, and they know their roles and their responsibilities, and they take something on, and something happens within their roles and responsibilities, and it doesn't work or goes wrong, and automatically they go into solution finding mode. They're the ones that are going to reduce your delay and reduce problems from escalating, the people who are going into solution mode. What else do we have? So when accountability is done right, it also increases your team's skills and confidence. You'll have less mistakes and just a lot more autonomy in your workplace. I think we've got one more here. Accountability helps grow in self-control. And as you know, we all have answers for our own choices and actions. So that's a little bit hard to linguistically get around, I suppose. So it's all about yourself. It's about self-control, and it's about being responsible. And if you're doing something and you're in charge of it, and when you're questioned, you should know the answers to the questions. So the answers to the choices that you made towards those actions and why you took those actions. So it can improve your mastery of knowledge and skills to obtain your desired outcome. What have we got here next? We have, so again, just another picture, and especially in team environments, you have to remember that you all are a part of a team. And so this is where talking about the building of the trust side of it, people will trust you more if they feel that you're pulling your weight and you're doing what it is that you need to do within the group. So here we are on trust. So how does accountability actually build trust? So perhaps for the most part, the results of accountability is trust, which is essential to all relationships. Trust and accountability form the basis upon which good team members flourish. Without them, it's near impossible to make real progress. If you establish a culture of accountability within your team, you will be more likely to have a headspace to develop and a concrete strategy for future growth. We discourage, so we don't want you to micromanage, basically. Accountability isn't about micromanaging people, because no one in this day and age, I believe, has the time to be sitting there micromanaging all their workers. Or even if it's just one worker, you need to give them that level of responsibility and trust them that they're going to do their job. Tell people what to do, how to do it. And if you're insisting on, I suppose, micromanaging a little bit, then I suppose you get feedback from them. You ask them, just say, oh, when you've done that, just let me know you've done it, instead of standing over their shoulder. We also prevent accountability when we shelter people from consequences of their actions. So people need to be responsible, and you need to make them, you can't make them responsible, but you need to let them understand that they are always going to be responsible for their own actions. So if we allow the pendulum to swing too far to one side, to allow people to feel good about themselves, no matter their level of performance. So this can stop accountability also. I suppose it's that a participation merit award mentality. People need to know when they've done something wrong, but they also need to know when they've done something right. And I think that's really important. And that's going back to encouraging a positive accountability workplace. So the employee waits, just as an example, the employee waits around for the boss to make a decision rather than stepping out on their own initiative. They do a decent enough job, but often nothing spectacular, just getting by. So they are content at this point, right? But they don't take the extra step to solve the problems themselves, and they offer suggestions on how to do so. So what do you do, and how do you fix that mentality? Again, you need to allow them to work autonomously. You need to let go, no more micromanaging, and give them the responsibility. Even if it goes wrong, failure is a good thing, and it's something that they need to learn from and not be frightened of. Failure is not something people should fear. And that's a massive mindset issue for people. People are always in fear of failure. And there's no such thing as failure. It's something that you learn from. You give them a chance to succeed. You give them a chance to feel proud. You give them a chance to take on the responsibility. And these things build trust. They know that, you are giving them a chance, and it's a feel-good feeling too, within the workplace. It's about morale. People, if they feel good in the workplace, they will stay within the workplace. Everyone will know their responsibilities and their roles. No one blames one another. No one sits back, and everyone participates. And that's what you want within a workplace environment. So seems to have gone quick this week, or I haven't gone overtime, more likely. So the summary. So in summary, I believe that placing a positive spin on accountability is really important. Really enforcing that within the workplace gives people a chance to work autonomously and in a safe environment. And I don't mean safe as in PPI safe, I mean safe as in mindset safe. People need to know that they can come to you when they do make a mistake. That's what I mean by safe environment. Knowing that mistakes are just that, and they can be learned from, whilst given the skills and resources they need to work towards their common goal. And that's important too. You can't expect someone to do a job if they don't have the resources, nor if they don't have the skills. So maybe you need to upskill people. Maybe you need to purchase a new machine so that they do have the resources. But don't expect people to do things that they physically can't, because they either don't have skills or the resources to do so. We also spoke about the advantages. So accountability empowers you to be in control of your actions and your own personal and business life. And I think that's really important. You can create your own opportunities rather than passively allowing life to just happen around you. Accountability is contagious and will empower those around you for optimal success. And I think that's really important. Trust and accountability is also the basis from which good teamwork flourishes. Without them, it's near impossible to make real progress. So give yourself, your employees, your teammates, a chance to succeed, a chance to feel proud, and a chance to take on the responsibility. Give them a chance to build trust within the workplace and with you. So guys, that is a wrap for week 5 on accountability. So I just want to jump in here and thank everyone who showed up for the hypnotherapy session I did last night on procrastination. It was really lovely to meet some new people, and it was a really special evening. Thank you very much. And everyone, thank you for everyone who jumped on Facebook. Just give those there a wee wave. Thank you very much. And if you registered for this but were not able to make it, you will receive a copy of the webinar in your email box. I will also be uploading this to my YouTube channel in the next day or so. You can also follow me on or join my Professional Women's Collective group, and the PowerPoint is there every week. You can also find me on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. So come over to my Facebook group for more content and more lives. And more information that I can share with you. So this is a wrap for week 5 for top tips for accountability. Next week, I will definitely be back at 10:30 on Friday mornings. I have been helping this week as an assistant to an NLP practitioner training course. So that starts at 9 a.m. So that's why we're early birds this morning. And so 10:30 Fridays, so I will be back on time next week. So again, thank you very much for everyone who joined me here. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I will see you next week. Jodie Siemens, Taking Perspective. Bye, guys.